Hey guys, it's me JSHDIY and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be testing out some viral no glue slime recipes, all made up of ordinary ingredients you can find around your house. Today's notification squad shoutouts go to Serlene England, Cuties3335, and also Lumo. The very first no glue slime recipe we're going to be testing out today is Acorn Slime. I keep getting comments that say that the stuff inside of an acorn makes slime when microwaved with water, so we are going to be testing this out right now. Personally, I have no idea how this could possibly work, and I'm a little bit skeptical, but the first step you're supposed to do is crack open your acorns and to put the core of the acorn in a small amount of water in a microwave-safe container. I used a pair of scissors to crack open the acorns and put the stuff that was in them inside of the water, and then I microwaved it. After the first microwaving session of 2 minutes, it came out to be brown. After the 2 minutes, you are supposed to let it cool down, and you can check on the texture if you want to, but then you have to put it back in the microwave for another minute. So that is exactly what I did. After the last 2 minutes or 1 minute in the microwave, it looked like this. It kind of was bubbly, and then I let it cool down. And this was what my slime was like. The slime itself was a little bit stringy, and there was a little bit of excess brown water from the acorns that I kind of had to mix in, but this was super cool. Overall, this was a super fun experiment to do, and it did work, so I would recommend checking this out at least one time. Next no glue slime recipe I'm going to be testing is something I saw on YouTube, and it said that if you take a little bit of hand sanitizer, spray on some adhesive spray on top of it, you will get slime. I'm going to be testing this out right now to see if it works. Basically, all they did in the video is they took a lid and they put some hand sanitizer on it and spread it thin, and then they sprayed adhesive on top of the hand sanitizer. The adhesive spray I am using is not the same as in the video. I just grabbed this one that I randomly found and I had in my garage. I had never used it before, so I wasn't sure how it was going to work. But for some reason, no matter how long I let this sit, it never dried, so I think the hand sanitizer and the adhesive don't mix well, so this was a huge fail for me personally. Next no glue slime recipe I'm going to be testing out is another one from the comments from you guys, and this recipe said that you guys found out if you put pomade in the freezer, it makes putty, so I'm going to be testing this one out right now. One of you guys named Onyx and Chanel said that you guys put some pomade in the freezer as an experiment. You were able to play with it as putty until it cooled down, and honestly, I could see this working. The pomade I'm using today has a really interesting consistency, and it honestly feels a lot like putty already straight out of the container. I've never tried freezing pomade before, so I'm super excited to see what happens. So I left the pomade in the freezer for 15 minutes because I didn't want it to freeze in case that is a thing that can happen to pomade. And this is what I got. So first off the bat, when I tried to scoop it out, I was a little bit worried because it seemed like it was breaking up, but I could tell it looked kind of a little bit more frozen. This was so cool because for some reason it did feel a lot like putty. It was so fun to squish. It left a little bit of a residue on your hand and you can't really fully stretch it, but this was so thick and felt just like putty. You could definitely tell the more you handled it, the more it was starting to melt and kind of cool back down. Obviously, you could always just put it back in the freezer. So this was a huge success in my opinion. The next no glue slime recipe is yet again another one from you guys, and this recipe says that you can make fishbowl slime using foaming hand sanitizer, and I had never heard of this before, so thank you guys for pointing this out to me. In a bowl, you are supposed to add in your fishbowl beads alongside any sort of add-ins you want to add, and then you are supposed to add in foaming hand sanitizer. Once you've added in your foaming hand sanitizer, you are supposed to just mix the beads in, and then you're supposed to put this in the refrigerator, and over time, it is supposed to turn into slime. So I came back to it after about 45 minutes, and I was surprised because it looked fully different. All of the bubbles that were on it from the foaming hand sanitizer seemed like it had dried out and turned into slime. But when I mixed mine a little bit, it was actually way too sticky to be slime. This was no longer bubbles. I feel like if I let this dry out for like a week just in the open, it would be kind of slime-like. But even then, I don't think the foaming hand sanitizer could dry up be able to hold all the fishbowl beads. Sadly, this was a fail for me. Next recipe we're going to be testing says that if you take non-stick cake pan spray plus salt, it makes slime once in the freezer. So the recipe says to add in the salt in your container first and then spray the cake spray on top of the salt, and this is what it looked like. It was extremely fluffy, and then I mixed the salt into the spray and I put it in the freezer. When I took it out of the freezer, I could tell it was solid already. It was very thick looking and it was like stuck to the bottom of the container. Oil does not freeze completely solid. It kind of is already kind of slime-like if it's frozen. I was hoping this was going to work, and I've never used the cake pan spray before, but it looked really fluffy and cool. So sure enough, actually this works when frozen. So I'm so happy to tell you guys that this recipe works. Next recipe we're going to be testing is apparently a recipe that one of you guys swear by. So apparently all you need for this is dish soap, Listerine, and heat protector. We're supposed to let this sit for 2 days because the Listerine will help dry out the slime as well as the heat protector, and the dish soap will also get thicker as water evaporates out from it. But some reason this didn't work for me, and also some reason a bee literally got stuck in this. The next slime we're going to be testing out is Propel Shampoo Slime. So apparently if you add Propel to some shampoo and microwave it, it will make slime. Propel contains a lot of sodium because it has electrolytes in it. So apparently if you take your shampoo and your Propel water and microwave it will make slime once it is cooled down. And after you have taken it out of the microwave, you need to put it in a fresh container. Then you need to transfer your shampoo and your water into a fresh container, because if you put it in the same container because it is hot, it will break in the refrigerator, because that is our next step. We need to put this into the refrigerator. Once you take it out, you should get something like this. It is completely crystal clear because we never had to mix it, and this turned out so well because it's just a great recipe because you don't have to do any mixing, and the electrolytes in the Propel water activate the shampoo, and you get a super thick, instantly clear slime without having to do any waiting. This next slime, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make slime out of shampoo. So starting off, you're going to need a shampoo of your choice, and you are going to need to add any add-ins that you would like to add, and then also some salt, and you want to mix it up for 5 to 10 minutes until everything is completely doubled in size, and then you need to let this set to become clear. Next no glue slime recipe I'm going to be testing out says that if you take shampoo and add in a little bit of hand sanitizer, it will make slime. Request from you guys to show you guys how to make a jelly slime without fake snow or any glue. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to possibly do this at home. The hard thing is about this recipe is that I always want to be able to do it with something that everybody could possibly find at home. So the first way I wanted to try doing this was by blending up some styrofoam into small pieces, but sadly this did not work. So my first method of possibly making the fake snow was a fail. The next thing I wanted to try was trying to blend up some plastic to see if that could be an add-in to substitute the fake snow, and this also did not work. It randomly hit me. When all of the fires were happening last year, I remember trying to work on this recipe, and I tried to use a tea bag instant snow substitute. And some reason it worked, so I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do this right now. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. Follow me on Instagram at JSHDIY if you guys would like to learn a little bit more about me and also get some exclusive behind the scenes content. Make sure that you are subscribed, and I will see you guys up on one of the videos up on the screen. Go click on one and I will have a little surprise for you over there. Bye guys.